What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. We are in Warframe. This is going to be waves 5 through 10 in a defense alert here. Not alert. This is a dark sector defense run. And we're going to run on the NAMI solo here. Solo. And talk about the build. Okay. So hopefully you enjoy these next couple rounds while I talk about this build. I wanted to do this so it's a little bit more easier for you to see how awesome this weapon really is. The downfall of this weapon I still hold is the Sundering Weave. Right there, we're going to put Sundering Weave up here. Even though this is the stance mod for it, I really don't see how this should be a machete mod, and I don't really like this mod that much. I'm able to pull off a couple of these. I'm able to pull off Cresting Surf, it's real easy. I'm able to pull off Flash Flood, which I do a lot in here. Sky Dome, the air move. There's a couple I can pull off, but there's a couple I have a problem with pulling off. And I just don't like it. It's a really slow combo setup. Though Sundering Weave has steady chopping strikes with focus damage. Very good damage. It does do multi-hits from what I can see. Or it's just that I've set it up so it's so fast that it's just slicing through everything anyway. So why we talk about this? So we got Sundering Weave on here. And let's talk about the basics of this weapon. Like I said, it's a little bit, when I first did the first thing, it's a little bit less than the NAMI Skylet, of course, because it's a single weapon, not a double weapon. But what we got here, we start with a 5.3 impact, 5.3 puncture, 24.5 slash, spin attack of 105, leap attack 70, wall attack of 140. Critical is 2 times 15%, not too bad. Status is 25%, pretty nice. And stamina of 12 on here. So, with that said, what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've got an impact of 11.6, up a little. Puncture is 20.8, up a bit. Slash is up to a 134.8. It could be higher than that, but the way I've done this build is slightly different, so it doesn't need to be any higher than that. And I've got double elementals. I've got heat and corrosive on here for this weapon. And then I got a spin attack of 986, a leap attack of 657, wall attack of 1315. Attack speed is up to 1.3. Critical stay the same. Status chance moves up to 55%. So I got a good chance to proc, of course. And my stamina is up to 15. So pretty decent in terms of basic setups on here. I mean, obviously it's not the highest number you can get, but not too bad. With the combination that I have in here, the corrosive, of course, is pretty good against all the factions. Well, not really the corpus per se, but it's good against the other factions, which is fine. And then of course we've got heat, which is in general good against the factions as well, which is really good against the infested, of course. So there's my combination of elementals that are going to help me get through. With the 55% status chance, we have the fire damage over time from the heat, and we have the corrosive, which is the negative armor, and you're going to have your basic, you know, stagger damage and bleed outs from your basic impact, puncture, and slash. So 55% chance on that means pretty good, and with multi-slashing hits, that status chance really bumps up. So that's what I like about this. Okay, continuing on, shall we? So what I do here is I've gone ahead and I've started with pressure point, of course, to bring up my base damage, 120% melee damage. On top of that, what I went ahead and did, and I brought in a jagged edge, okay, for an additional 90% slash damage, because we want to build up that slash damage more than anything else. Then I added a rendering strike, so a little more slash damage and then some puncture damage. It increases puncture damage, not much, but this is the only way I can get that extra slash damage in here. I didn't use Spoiled Strike on here because I didn't want to lower the attack speed. This thing needs as much attack speed as it can get, again, because the stance mod is slow in itself. But these are my basics that I've set up for the basic damage increases, and that's where we come up with the damage numbers that we had. And then what I did was I needed to speed this thing up, so I add a Fury mod in here. Full attack speed of 30, that brings up my attack speed to 1.3 from a 1. Okay. And that, of course, makes the weapon faster, but for me, that's not fast enough. So I ended up using a slot for Berserker as well, giving additional 30% attack speed on the for 24 seconds on the critical hit, which basically, as you can see, once I get that critical hit in, and this thing does a lot of critical hits just the way it's been set up. Once it does that slash hit and it crits it, that's it. I'm off. It's kind of like that Reaping Spiral where you can just fly around the map many times. So these two together, I felt that it was okay on this weapon to do it this way, adding Fury and Berserker. A, because it's needed to keep the increase of that speed, and B, with the multi-slash hits that it does, it's perfectly fine with this. So then what we do is we want to build in our elementals to this weapon. And so we add in Voltiac Strike, Electricity and Status Chance, and Virulent Scourge for poison and status chance increases. And then, of course, we add in the Molten Impact for our heat increase, the 90% heat multiplier in here. So we get a Corrosive from Voltiac Strike and Virulent Scourge, which can be switched out with, say, a Focused Energy and Fever Strike. If you have those, of course, you'll lose your status chance multiplier there, but it'll still work out fine that way. You can alternately, if you wanted to, you could add in, say, Killing Blow and the Energy Channel, and that would work out pretty well as well. But I would, at that point, I'd swap out Molten Strike for Fever Strike to keep in just the Corrosive. But so this is my build as it is. It's fairly good. It's fast. It hits hard. Sometimes you get really good crits in here, but it hits hard, it hits fast, it hits a lot. And it can take out everything. And of course it's really good in here with the Infested. It's really fun for slashing and attacking, but I've used it on all the factions so far. I've also used it inside the Voids a number of times. On capture runs really successfully. This thing just goes ahead and just eats and slices through everything like it's butter the way it's set up. So I'm going to throw it on the screen so you can see the full build here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you like it. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button if you did. Comments anytime, like I said. Let me know what you think of it. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. That is much appreciated to stay up to date with everything on this channel. And I will catch everybody in the next episodes. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.
Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?